My dad designed this place. My dad designed this whole studio. And when we moved up here as a family in 1983, he wanted nothing more than to have a really beautiful studio to make art in. And he designed it specially so it would have a lot of light. And, well, fortunately, in 1999, my mother was diagnosed with cancer. And it spread rapidly, and she had to have the upper left lobe of her lung surgically removed and undergo toxic chemotherapy. And so she died holding my hand in 2003, and ever since then, my father made very little artwork. He made some prints briefly. We published the book together, Orientation, in 2003 after my mom died, and then he retired from his job teaching full-time in 2005. And in 2006, after some more really bad tragedies in my family concerning my brother specifically, my father was diagnosed with multiple myeloma after fracturing his spine. And while in a wheelchair, the cancer was discovered. And so for the past 24 years, this studio was used as a storage dumping ground by my brother. And now he wants to try to force the sale of this beautiful place. I explained to him the mortgage is $220-something thousand. The house is appraised at $240. There's no profit and equity to be made after the broker fee, commission, and transfer tax. That'll chew up that $20,000 and leave us a lot with debt. And it breaks my heart that he would even think of doing so. It's just total disregard for my dad's studio making art. And I've offered him a deal. I said, you want to rent out the place, make it a DJ studio, make it an apartment? I can do that with you, but I pay the mortgage here, I pay all the bills, I've done all the maintenance in this place for many years. We've had trees come down, hit the house. I fixed and repaired the roof and sealed this up here. And I have videos of that on my YouTube channel doing that. And for the past 18 months, I've continued to do all the maintenance here and pay the mortgage. And yet, my brother is trying to force the sale of the house and doesn't realize there's no equity in it. And I've offered him a very generous buyout, which is more than he'd get from a forced sale, which would leave us with nothing. And just to even think that he would want, look at this place. It's beautiful. It was designed by my dad, and we built it by hand. And it's a fantastic place for making art. This is the printer my dad paid $9,000 and change for to make all these beautiful prints to sell online. And we made BernardBoffey.com and BernardBoffey.net together, and Boffey Studio Fine Art Gallery. Now all the sales have been paused. The website's still up. I still pay the hosting, but all because of my brother. Brother wants to be difficult. My dad left a handwritten will that wasn't notarized, leaving the entire estate to me in no uncertain terms. And a video, and that I would share and split any profits and proceeds of sales of the art with my brother, but I'm the one to maintain the estate. My dad died broke, left me with a lot of debt and a big mortgage here. And now my hands are tied simply because my brother doesn't want to respect me and honor my father's legacy. And there's a lot of little hidden messages in some of the artwork here in my family. And there's a lot of sadness of how everything sort of just paused. Everything just kind of paused and wilted and died from cancer. And the tragedy in my family has been epic. So please help me, dear God, and touch the heart of my brother. Touch the heart of the one person who's standing in the way of us selling the artwork that my dad made and putting these in museums where they belong, on display and in galleries. My father was a great artist. Just because he didn't get famous during his lifetime doesn't mean he should be judged or disrespected in any way. This is what our family worked so hard for. My dad spent years making this painting in this studio here. That's me in a studio my dad had in Mount Vernon. Now look at how beautiful this place is. Look how hard they worked to get such a beautiful place. I mean, look at the backyard. You could see it out the window. The sunlight comes in here perfectly. There's large walls. He was still working on some of these paintings. This spiral was the largest painting he ever made. And some of these, like the solar sail, took him many years to make. As did the studio. We built all this carpentry, all that trimming, that's all done by hand. There's so many personal memories and sentimental value here. I think the buyout offer I'm offering my brother is beyond fair. That's $10,000. And both cars. That's more than he'd get from the forced sale now of this estate. And it's all because he knows that the will wasn't notarized and that he could contest it, and which he did. You know, those are my dad's last wishes for a reason. And it's not because he didn't love my brother, not because he didn't want him to have anything, but he thought I was best equipped to manage this estate, to pay the mortgage, to save this place. And now here I am, making videos, posting this, pleading for God to touch his heart. I'm trying, Mom. He's being a real pain in the ass. Something happened to him. I don't know what, but why would you want to fucking sell this? Why the fuck would you want to sell this? It's beautiful. Look at this space. Especially if there's no equity, there's no profit to be made. I can understand if someone came in and said, I'll give you $1 million for this. I wouldn't think twice. $1 million is a lot of money. House was appraised at $240,000. With that, I could build something. But you know what? Even still, for $1 million, to me, it's priceless because the backyard borders state land. It's a beautiful piece of land. It's quiet here, and it's pristine, and it's home. Fin Polari.